Hey guys, Vita here, Blueberry Hill. So this is June 16th, Father's Day. Yippee ding dong. Yeah, I have kids. Anyway, I'm up here on the upper deck and I am fixing it. So 2 years ago we put this down. We kind of made it a floating floor, and unbeknownst to me, the expansion rate sideways on the boards is quite excessive. Me no likey. It was supposed to go lengthwise. It doesn't just go lengthwise, it goes every which way. So my floating floor, I didn't fasten. You can see I'm working on it here. You can see a kind of a cupping motion. The two boards get together and pop up because there's no screws over there. I just did screws on the ends, and the rest of it was floating. And because it gets so hot here, when it's 100 degrees, 95, 100 degrees, the expansion is quite significant. So if you're doing this at home, don't do what I did. Do what I'm doing now. And I'm doing an 1/8 of an inch separation between the boards. Yes, I have to pull all the boards up. I'm sealing all the holes. I'm not too worried about that because there's a fake, I don't want to say fake. The containers are sealed, they're weathertight. On top of that is a metal deck. On top of that is some wooden rafters. On top of that is zip. And on top of that is TPO. And we are drilling through the TPO. Not too worried about it because I'm going to reseal the gaps between the boards with a different product. And that way all the water should shed off. And if there's a little bit of water, I'm not too worried about it. Anyway, it's a lot of work. It's much slower going because we're taking 2 boards off at a time, undoing all the screws, cleaning the edges with the sealant that I put on there, and putting them back. It goes pretty quick putting them back. It's the undoing that's the fun part. No, it's not fun. Anyway, my bad. Don't do this at home if you're going to do it. Make sure the spacing is adequate. Normally on a deck you don't care because you're not going to put sealer between it, and you usually don't drill through TPO. But a normal deck, this stuff is great. It's a little warm when the sun's out, but anyways, it's pretty good. It's overcast right now, so we've got good time to work. I'm going to switch over to time lapse, so we're going to hit it, and I'll show you what I'm doing. So here we are trying to do this in the shade, just so it's not so hot. The Trex, as you know, gets super hot when it's sunny, and you can't really walk on it. So right now I'm barefooted, but later on I have socks on, and later on when it was hot I had to put shoes on. So, and you definitely can't kneel on it when the sun's hitting it. But anyway, so the process was Angie was cutting the sealant and then removing it with a paint scraper, and I sharpened the paint scraper just to make it a little easier. And then we moved 2-3 boards at a time. The fun part was trying to unscrew the screws, which sometimes were pretty stubborn and did not want to come out. So I had to basically yank them out, get them out, put the you see the 2x4 on one end of the board, and I had to force the board down while I unscrewed the screw. So it's plastic with I think some kind of sawdust or junk in there. So the screws they kind of melt the plastic if you try to do something. But anyway, we made it work. We did. So you see me putting some sealant down. So I'm actually putting sealant down for where we had screw holes. Whether I needed to do that or not, I don't know. I did it anyway. And then we moved the boards over. Of course, you get new holes for that. And which was pretty cool on the TPO. And they do screw through TPO. They use washers or something to hold it down. But the TPO kind of moves upwards and makes a little cone. So water should not get in there. Plus, it's a rubberized membrane. But anyway, all the holes look pretty good, so I was pretty happy with that. I tried to shove the sealant down into the holes, and then we just moved the board over. You see our stir stick was our 1/8 gap, and we just moved along and did that for the whole deck. So this took us probably 4 or 5 days, maybe a week, to get all this done. We worked till it was too hot to work, so that's the way that went. And it's not too much fun scraping all that sealant off. And there's quite a bit of money in that sealant too, so wasn't too happy about it, but nothing you can do. So anyway, we fixed it, and it actually looks better, so we're moving on. Hey guys, Vita here, Blueberry Hill. So here's an update on what we're doing on the deck. We're doing about an hour and a half morning. Usually did it an hour last night. That's good enough for probably 3-4 feet of the deck. It's slow going because we have to pull out the screws. Some of the screws don't come out. I have to cut them or play with them to get them out. And then we have to cut the sealer that's on there. Some of the sealers on there are really good. Just remember me doing well, this is way back. This is almost 2 years ago. I did a sealer, same one as we did for the windows, between the boards, hoping the floating floor would all kind of pan out itself. It did not, as you saw earlier. Or here's a revamp of that. You can see how it's pitching right here. So it's terrible. So see what it does. My bad, I put them too close together, obviously. So live and learn. Don't make my mistake. I'm doing an 1/8 of an inch gap, which is what they recommend anyway. And we're just moving along the deck, pulling them up, gapping them 1/8 of an inch, and moving forward. So it's working. You can see how much of a gap. All those gaps made up about one board plus to about an inch, inch and a half. And you can see it's not really straight. So the boards were warping in the middle because that's not where they weren't screwed down here. I tried to fix that a while back by putting screws here. You don't see any over here or here. So this is floating, and I guess because it's floating, it went somewhere and it never went back. So my bad. So I'm going now, and we're doing lines of screws through the whole thing, and that should set it. And then we're going to use more of a foam-based product, which is more give and take on the sealer. I still want to seal it just because I hate all the dirt that goes between the boards. It's not a normal deck frame, obviously. It's TPO underneath it, so want to keep it clean. And plus the water shed's real nice when you have it sealed, so not a big deal. But anyway, that's where we're going. Also, a quick update: the spray foam. I'm supposed to get the lines in today for the spray foam machine. Remember, I kinked them when I stored it 2 years ago, so they were kinked and flow problems because of that. So I'm getting the new lines today. Put them on probably tomorrow. Have to go get some spray foam. And what's happening there? We have 2-3 days of bad weather coming. I won't be able to spray foam during that period, so it'll be rainy, stormy. So anyway, I'll update you on that. We'll have a full video of the spray foam because that's kind of, I like doing that stuff. It's kind of cool. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye. So here I'm doing the, well, we're about halfway done, I guess, third of the way. So this is in the morning. It was kind of shaded. You can see the clouds kind of putting some shade down, so that was great. I'm in socks just so it wasn't too hot at that point. Like I keep mentioning, that the Trex gets really warm when the sun beats on it. It's really, you can feel the cast of the heat from the Trex during midday. Later on in the afternoon, so obviously pretty good. But here you see me doing basically just rinse and repeat, and I won't bore you guys with more of this. But this is a bit of a labor-intensive fix. So the 1/8 inch gap should do the trick. And we're putting screws every, I think they're like 4 feet apart across the whole board, right through the TPO, so not a big deal. And we do have AC lines, ducts running through the about 1/3 over from the left in the floor. So we're making sure we're staying away from that and just hitting the framing. So there it is. Anyway, we got this done, and we're happy to have this project finished up. Meanwhile, I think the spray foam will be starting. You probably already saw that video. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching, and we'll hit you up with the next one later.